This episode has been brought to you by JustNForm.com. If you're tired of being censored, tired of having your data stolen and sold, go to JustNForm.com, a social media site where all voices are welcome.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning into this special segment of Mikasa Sukasa, and I am your host, Niko House. We got into some drama this weekend. Believe it or not, Alex Jones isn't exactly the man that we thought he was. Actually, I can't really say that. I think that this probably proves that Alex Jones is exactly the man that most of us thought he was. Now, many people give Alex Jones a pass. They give him a pass because they say, well, he's a truther, you know? Yeah, sometimes he's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I mean a legitimate conspiracy theorist. I don't mean like the fake, like the attack on conspiracy theorists because they call out the establishment when they're lying. I mean, he's one of those, everyone who is Muslim is a terrorist or a refugee trying to rape people. Like, he's one of those. He toes that extremist right-wing narrative. And if I ever thought of anybody as being radical, it would probably be Alex Jones. He would be at the top of that list if I thought of anybody as being radical in the independent journalism world. Now, Geoff Campbell of the Progressive Army, many of you may know him as Miami Gator on Twitter. He actually interviews the wife of Alex Jones, or the ex-wife, I should say. They're in the middle of a custody battle right now, so just wanted to give full disclosure right there. But what she says in her interview with Geoff seems to be pretty indicative of how we feel about Alex and how we've always really felt about Alex. That he's crazy, he's hypocritical, and that he's really, really off the hinges. A while back, a couple of weeks ago, Alex Jones chased down Bernie Sanders in the airport. And he even made a video saying Bernie Sanders scared of Alex Jones. Alex Jones is confronting him. And he's screaming at Bernie Sanders, saying that he's the king of communism. That he even screams at one point, I bet you fly first class. Now, first of all, I think that almost every Bernie Sanders supporter knows by now, because it was like a revelation during the election. Bernie Sanders doesn't fly first class. He flies coach. There's been selfie after selfie after selfie after selfie after selfie of Bernie Sanders flying coach. Now, ironically enough, Alex Jones does fly first class everywhere. And because of that, his ex-wife goes on to call him a hypocrite. And that and essentially his example is letting his son know that if it's going to get clicks and make headlines, that he can say what he wants to and do what he wants to, regardless of how hypocritical his words may be. Because, unfortunately, Alex Jones did encourage his son to play along in that video. The son even calls out Bernie's $1 million beach home, which was only like $200,000 or $300,000, which in modern day real estate is not that much money for a beach home, to be totally honest with you. And not to mention he had to sell one of his other houses to do it, or his other house. I think they had maybe 2 total, and it was inherited. So I'm glad that his wife, or his ex-wife, called him out, because you all know how I feel about Alex Jones. And it's not only Alex Jones, but Alex Jones in particular is dangerous, because they pretend to be about the American people. And she even says that he pretends to use libertarian talking points because that's what gets clicks and views. But let's be very clear, that doesn't mean he lives by them. He is an overconsumer himself. He sells BS pills himself. He profits off of fear. He literally tells people the world is coming to an end. So go to my store so we can save it together. It's about profit. Now, Alex Jones is not the only one. TYT is damn near Alex Jones of the left. Both claiming to be independent. Both claiming to be anti-establishment. But TYT is in lockstep with the Democratic establishment narrative or the leftist established narrative just as much as Alex Jones is in lockstep with the establishment / Trump narrative. Very rarely actually critiquing Trump, if I've ever heard him critique Trump. Maybe once or twice. And I don't even think it's really been that much. So this is yet another indication that if you have a personality who is always sticking to one side of the political fence, who is always attacking the other side of that spectrum, rarely looking at themselves or the side they play for, you should not put much of a vested interest in their objective truth. Listen to me. They want to kill you all. Refugees, gay people. Like, come on. What the crazy part is that she said that people think this is Alex Jones as an actor. She said this is him calmed down. This isn't him punching holes in walls and ripping TVs out of the wall. That's scary. But hey, this is not really a surprise to most of us. But like I said, I'm glad that Alex Jones's wife did call him out, as it should have been done. It should have been done a long time ago. We have to make sure that the people who are claiming to be our real news sources are as real as they say. Just because they have an audience doesn't really mean that they're objective, that they're good at what they do. What it means is that they stick to one side and that side jumps on the shit. People like myself, well, when you're objective, it's a little bit harder to retain an audience, but it's fine. I'd rather be an honest, objective truth teller, holding all sides accountable, including myself, than to sell out and mislead you all, mislead the American people and those around the world to make a quick dollar so I can have $1 million homes like Alex Jones. I would love to know your thoughts about this. Make sure you join JustNForm.com. Join our Patreon by clicking on the link below, and always remember, people more than anything else, find your balance. Peace.